Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for December 29th through January 4th. We are transitioning from 2023 to 2024. Happy New Year to all. We will see what we will see. Now, I want to let you know I am an intuitive channeler. What happens is that I open myself to God, Source, Holy Spirit, and I ask for whatever to come through to come through. Now, I am using my decks, and this is the overview reading, so it's not the main reading, my Samsung. Just want to let you know that this is the overview, and I will be using, when I do the main readings, my Radley Valentine decks, my Archangel Energy decks, my Guardian Angel decks. I will be using my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies, and that is by Frances Monroe. There we go. Can we get that a little bit better? And artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. Now, also, too, I will be using my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, what else will I be using? Let's see. My Angel Answers. Again, Radley Valentine. But for this reading, because this is the overview, I will be using, again, Radley Valentine. I really am digging this deck. It was given to me. Angel Wisdom Tarot, again, Radley Valentine. And I will be using Osha Zen Tarot deck. Now, I have prayed. I have meditated. I have infused Reiki energy. I am a Reiki 3 master trainer into these cards, and also, I have opened myself up, like I said, to Holy Spirit, to God's Source, and asked for whatever we need to hear to come through. Now, let's see what we have going on. I'm going to go into that website that I like a lot. Let's see what we've got here. We've got to turn it around. Did I not have it open? Yeah, there it is. It is open, but let's go ahead and turn it around now. It is upside down. And who is this? This is actually the-astrologer.net. This is for the end of December, and we will be going into the beginning of January. A lot of things. Now, I am doing this on the night of the full moon, which is in Cancer. I have posted Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and also on my YouTube channel. I have posted things about the last couple of days into that 2024 side. As we flip into that new year. Now, the interesting things, there are a lot of interesting things going on, is that, so the 31st, Jupiter will go direct. We do have our Happy New Year 2024. The owner of this site is saying earthly energies, excitement for living truth, Mercury, Venus, Mars in Sagittarius. But we have a lot of other things going on. We still have a lot of those earth energies going on. So here we go. The 2nd of January, Mercury will go direct. It is in Sagittarius right now. Mars crosses that galactic center, the 2nd, 3rd, which is supposed to have that black hole type. It's a void type of energy, void type of, mysterious. We don't really quite understand what is part of that. But on the 4th, Mars will enter into Capricorn. And then we also have a lot of other things happening with this Capricorn. We have a new moon on the 11th. We have, when does Mercury crosses that galactic center, Mercury goes into Capricorn. So we will have a lot of Capricorn energy going on as we get a little bit more into January. But right now we have Jupiter going direct. Now remember, when something goes retrograde, it is also an illusion that it's going retrograde. So what happens is it slows down, it gets into this stationary piece, and it's almost like Jupiter right now, while it is in Taurus, money, job, earth energy. Jupiter is looking at what can be done. Where does it need a Band-Aid? Where does it need maybe a complete surgical overview? Okay, so we have a lot of that, but Jupiter is more our money, our jobs. It's all about prosperity, good fortune, and Taurus again, money, job, career. Now we do have that again the 29th. Venus is leaving. Isn't Venus leaving Scorpio going into Sagittarius. Mars is in, Sagittarius. So we do have that fiery energy. A lot of Scorpio energy is leaving us behind now. But we still do have that full moon that we've been talking about. And I said this is going to be an extremely an emotional full moon. It's about, it's 2023 started with the full moon in Cancer, and it is finishing. And we have been an emotional cosmic, an emotional cosmic sandwich for 2023. Things are happening. Things are changing. I do feel that 2024 is going to be extremely expansive. I do feel that, well, this person says it's excitement for living in truth. We are going to go into that time where Pluto will go into Aquarius. There's so much going on in the skies that, you just have to kind of take a look. And if you remember back, all of the planets except for Uranus was named after the Roman gods, small g. Uranus was actually Greek mythos, okay? So there's just a lot of this stuff. A lot of this stuff. Uranus will go direct, I think, the 27th of January. But we enter into it, and after Mercury goes direct, all the planets but Uranus is direct. So kind of getting to business, kind of meaning business, doing what needs to be done. All right. So again, interesting times that we live in. Take a peek at that, if you would. Take a peek at the website. I didn't put it on my website, but take a peek at Facebook. Also, I put it under the community pages. There's things happening, people. We just have to be aware, and we have to use that energy in a positive way, and we just have to believe that that this is going to be the year where things just break through and break free. Okay, a lot of change. A lot of people are very they get a little skeptical with change. A lot of people are very positive with change. They, oh yes, bring the change in, but then we don't really want to do the hard work that change brings. Change brings about hard work. It's not easy to make changes. It's not easy to live through these changes either. Now, this is a couple of years down the road, but the one thing about Uranus, I know I'm really kind of hung up with Uranus right now. Uranus, like I said, Greek mythos, husband, son to Gaia, father of the Titans, Cronus, just a very interesting and very strong energy. So Uranus, as we go forward, when it leaves Taurus, so this is, again, I do feel this, like kind of make hay right now. Uranus, when it leaves Taurus, will be going into Gemini. So what is that going to be, around 2026, 2027? And that's when a lot more interesting stuff happens. It is in Gemini every 70, give or take a few years. Last time it was in Gemini was early 1940s. Time before that, the 1860s. Time before that, 1775. So we just have a very interesting time ahead of us. Stay strong, and also remember, these are small g's and we have the big G. Okay, let's see. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but transition. I do think that 2024 is going to give us that boost that we need. So we're going to hold on to that, and we're going to believe in that. Okay, let's go on and see what we have here. Okay, higher power, Holy Spirit. What else do you want to say for this December 29th to January 4th as we transition into 2024? What do you want to say? 2024, or the transition as we move forward? 1, 2, and 3. 3 cards face down. Let's see what we have here. First card is Reversed, to me, a reverse card is a very strong message. So right now we have a Two of Air, the Two of Swords. Twos are, and numbers have meanings, twos are choices, decisions. Which way do we go? Two paths are being presented. Either one is not, either or is not going to necessarily be the easier path, but one will bring us to a better outcome. One will bring us to maybe, if we go to the path of least resistance, we will find what least resistance brings to us. Air energy is our Aquarius. It is our Libra. It is also our Gemini energies. Thought processes, thinking things through, making plans. So the Two of Swords, whenever we see this in the more commonly used, Weight Rider, she's halfway, she has her blindfold on. She doesn't quite know where she's going. She knows that she has to choose. She knows she has to make a decision. And she actually knows what her decision is. The only thing about that is she just doesn't want to go down that path. Being unable or unwilling to make a decision, follow your own heart rather than trying to make others happy. Pretending there is no problem, overanalyzing a situation. Many times over, it's, we call that paralysis by analysis. We do have a new moon here, in which is a new start. And also, too, this would be connected with Heniel. And this would also be connected with 18 in the Major Arcana, which is the Moon card. Things are hidden. We are going to have to go. We're going to have to go on faith, and we're going to have to go with our intuition. Next card is again reversed. We have a Four of Water. So 4 has stability, organization, and leadership. Water is our Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Scorpio energy is dissipating quite a bit now, but Cancer and Pisces, well, Pisces will be strong for the next 2 years. It is still hidden energies. It is still rules and regulations in that dreamy dream time and dream space. But now we have Cancer. Cancer is all about the home, all about the feels. So water is spiritual. It is flowing. It is very caring energy also. So we look here, we have our 3 cups of water. We have fruit lying around. We have somebody not necessarily, he just looks miserable. He doesn't necessarily know what he wants in life. And there's this angel saying, hey, look over here. I have more. I can give you something that maybe is going to refresh you that much more. We have this fruit tree behind us, but it's a very sturdy fruit. And it is a fruit that is provision. There is provision being offered. And there is, like I said, there is fruit here. Now, a lot of times the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Water, I call that the in-between stage. That stage where, and again, that would kind of connect with this 2 of Air, where there's this challenge. It's like, do I stay? Do I go? I really don't know that I want to go, because the next step is going to, again, I told you about those choices. Do I take the path of least resistance, or do I take the path that is not well traveled? Okay? Always choices, though. So we have, I think this is Shamuel, and now we have this connected with the Major Arcana, the Hanged Man, a 12. The Hanged Man. Look at things a little bit differently. How you're seeing what you're not seeing necessarily the truth. Failing to recognize a magical opportunity. Missing the point. The distraction of daily life, discontentment or boredom, lost in your own world. Wake up. So 2024, it sounds like it's a time to wake up. We may not necessarily like the steps or the decisions we have to make, but I do feel 2024, it's going to be a radical change for so many of us. Here we go. Next card is, again, reversed. Now we have the King of Earth. So King's underlying energies, because court cards have dual energies, is the air energy. We've talked about what air energy is. Thought processes, thinking things through. Earth in itself is our, again, Taurus, our Virgo, our Capricorn. We're a lot of Taurus and a lot of a lot of Capricorn energy right now. Money, job, career. This is the opportunity to make something grand, the opportunity to make something special. The king of earth is the subject matter expert. He can make something out of nothing. So we have some choices. Now this may be a risk, this may be a gamble, but not to this king. I mean, if you take a peek at him, I mean, he looks very confident on where he's, on his throne. He is, decked out with some jewels around him. He does not look like like this one feels, oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? This one is like, no, I know exactly what I'm going to do. So there's some opportunities coming. They may feel like they're a little bit of I'm not going to say necessarily they're a risk. They're more of a choice, but one is going to take a little bit more effort. Yeah, well, like I said, one is the path of least resistance. The other one is the one where we have to get up, we have to wake up, and we have to get moving again, okay? Compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, grounded. A time of great success. Financial security and prosperity, the Midas touch. Everything turning out beautifully. A supportive family and spouse, a good person to work for. So we're kind of, it's kind of like, what are you believing? Where are you putting your emotional, kind of like your emotional credit? Are you going to keep your vibrations low and be around low vibrational people? Are you going to raise your vibrations? Are you going to be one of those higher vibrations that people want to be around also? Okay. And there is, I know people talk about the law of attraction. I know that when I choose to be happy, happiness comes back to me. Okay, so it's an interesting choice thing. Again, I get this. It's an interesting, of course, energies as we always have. I do feel that as these planets go forth, it's kind of like we're going to go forth. We have a choice to go forth. Now we could just say, no, I'm not doing it this time. I think I'm going to sit this one out. Always a choice. Okay. But there's also great opportunity with our choices. Okay, let's go on. Let's see our Osha Zen Tarot. Now this card's a little bit different. This deck, I should say. This deck actually has additional cards. So let's see what we have here. Higher Power, Holy Spirit. We have a 2-4-4-2. Peniel, Shamuel. Let's see what we have here. Look at things a little bit differently. The king is full of opportunity. The king is full of opportunity. So have faith, believe, maybe all of the above. Okay, let's see what we've got going. Higher Power, Holy Spirit, what else would you like to say? Reversed. So now we have a 4 again. 4 choices, decisions. Now, I'm not sorry, not choices, sorry, 2. Stability, organization, leadership, miser. Miser, do we hold everything in? Do we not give of ourselves? Do we not give, are we so afraid of losing that we don't share? I mean, she is not a happy camper here, but she is the miser. So what is this all about? Is this a warning for us? Is this something that we need to be aware of inside ourselves? Is this something that's going on around the universe? Is the universe not, do we see the universe as something that doesn't want to provide, that doesn't want to give provision? There, she has a whole lot of stuff in her hands. So interesting with that, the miser taking care of only herself and not necessarily anyone else. Okay, I gotta go and I gotta do a couple more cards on that one just because that one's just kind of a whoa. The miser is one of those low vibrational energies, those that that basically you're so worried about it yourself that you don't really see what's going on or what the big picture is. And I've got a couple of cards that actually fell. Okay, hold on a second. We got 4 cards that fell. Hold on. Okay, let's see what they are. This deck is always an adventure. Okay, let's see. This one fell on the miser. What do we have going on here? Ooh. The miser brings to suppression. 10, transition. The miser does not bring good health. The miser brings, the more you go with this miser energy, the more you keep yourself from prospering, the more you keep yourself from growing, okay? And I find it interesting that that one fell on top of the miser. So let's see here. This one is on top of the king. All right. This is the outsider. This is the one looking in. This is, again, what I was telling you about. About, do you take the path of least resistance, or do you take a choice? Or does the world make a choice? Now remember, I am doing this more as a universal reading. I might say you, but I'm talking about the world, the universe. So here we have a 5, which is change, change, change. We have the gate, this little one, is, barefoot, looking in, we assume that wants to get into wherever they're at, and just feels, like, I can't, it's too hard, it's too hard. But yet if you look, if you really look, if he stepped back, the chain is of our own thoughts in our mind, because the lock is unlocked. The chain is not what's keeping us out or keeping us. It's, the chain, it's our own self that's keeping us. Now, we have these two cards these are the ones that fell on the floor. Isolation, we have a 3. Not necessarily a happy time, basically it goes back to that, do we take the path of least resistance, or does the world go to the path of, okay, fine, I let everybody else make choices for me, and I do not step up and make my own choices? Not quite sure, but isolation, frozen tears. 3 though has celebration, creation. It also is the power of 3. So not quite sure where we're going with this card either, but this is the one that fell. Okay, and then we have this last one, the outcome, if you want to say it. A possibility, a 10 again. So we have the suppression, we have an isolation, and we have harmony. We have coming into a sense of balance. So again, 10, 1, new beginning, 0, God source energy, 10, transition. We have our third eye chakra, we have our heart chakra, we have dolphins or porpoises, we have just a sense of peace, a sense of balance. So are these our choices? Are these where we can go? Is this what is a possibility? Is this something that, and again, we have that more with this, with that miser. That miser leads to a darker space, lower vibrations. Or do we open the gate? Do we open the gate where we have this on the king, where we have this on the, what did I say about the king? Charismatic, grounded, a time of great success, financial security and prosperity, the Midas touch, everything turning out beautifully. Do we take that chance? Do we open that gate and say, I'm going to walk through? And does that bring us to harmony? Does that bring us to a better space? Does that bring us peace? Like I said, the Osho Zen Tarot are always, they're a lot deeper. I probably, they're a lot deeper than a lot of people think with these cards. So you let me know. I feel like, again, it goes back to that 2 of swords, the 2 of air, about choices. So the world, it could be that the world is on a precipice right now. Which way is it going to go? Is it going to go down that me first, all about me, where we're just so filled with fear and we're filled with just angst and I don't know what to do about anything? Or are we going down the other where it's the king of earth and we have that choice, open the gate, come on, unlock your locks, take a chance, and and that brings us to a place of peace and prosperity. Interesting. Always interesting, isn't it? But that's why I will tell you, and I'll tell you again, we need to keep our vibrations elevated. We need to have hope. We need to, I tell people I do not ask for patience, courage, or strength. I ask because if you do, you have to wait, you have to fight, And it's really hard on your shoulders to have that, that courage and strength. But I ask for mercy and I ask for grace. And I just have to have faith that 2024 is going to bring about, that we're going to make that choice where we break out and we find, or we are called, or we are brought to that place of harmony. Okay? Hope that makes sense to you. I know I pulled a little bit more than I normally do. Anyway, everyone out there, again, thank you so much for everyone who has contributed to my channel. I really appreciate you doing that. I'm always so surprised to see that, because that's not what I had, what I planned, but I am always so surprised, and I am so touched. So thank you very much. Anyway, please remember that I am on Rumble. Please remember to do that like, share, subscribe. Click on the bell for notifications. It does help. And most importantly, though, Happy New Year, of course. But as always, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.